Hi dear students, welcome to Mohan School of Maths. ഇന്ന് നമ്മൾ പ്ലസ് ടുവിലെ 10th ചാപ്റ്റർ വെക്ടർ ആൾജിബ്ര ആണ് ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. നമ്മൾ സാധാരണ ലൈഫിൽ നമ്മൾ കേൾക്കുന്ന ചോദ്യം എന്താണ്? വാട്ട് ഈസ് യുവർ ഹൈറ്റ്? ചോദിക്കാറുണ്ടല്ലേ നമ്മളൊക്കെ, എന്താണ് നിൻ്റെ ഉയരം? ഇങ്ങനെ ചോദ്യം ചോദിക്കുമ്പോൾ എന്തായാലും ഉത്തരം ചിലപ്പോൾ അവർ പറയും 1.6 മീറ്റർ, അല്ല എന്താ പറയുക 1.75 മീറ്റർ, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ 6 ഫീറ്റ് 150 സെൻറ്റിമീറ്റർ അല്ലേ? എന്താ അവിടെ പ്രത്യേകത നോക്കൂ. ഇത് മെഷർമെൻറ്റ്സിൽ ഈ അളവുകളിൽ ഓൺലി മാഗ്നിറ്റ്യൂഡ് അല്ലേ, മാഗ്നിറ്റ്യൂഡ് മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ. 175 സെൻറ്റിമീറ്റർ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ 160 സെൻറ്റിമീറ്റർ ഓർ 1.6 മീറ്റർ. ഇവിടെ ദ ക്വാണ്ടിറ്റി ഹാസ് വാട്ട് ഓൺലി മാഗ്നിറ്റ്യൂഡ്. സോ സച്ച് ക്വാണ്ടിറ്റീസ് ആർ കോൾഡ് എ സ്കേലാർ ക്വാണ്ടിറ്റി. നമ്മൾ ഫിസിക്സിലൊക്കെ പഠിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടാവും സ്കേലാർ ക്വാണ്ടിറ്റി. എന്നാൽ മറ്റൊരു ഉദാഹരണം പരിശോധിക്കുക. നമ്മളൊരു ഫുട്ബോൾ മാച്ച് കാണുകയാണെന്ന്. ഒരു ഫുട്ബോൾ പ്ലെയർ മറ്റൊരു പ്ലെയറിന് ഒരു ബോൾ പാസ് ചെയ്യണം. ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ബോൾ പാസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് ആ കളിക്കാരൻ ആ ബോളിൻ്റെ മുകളിൽ എന്ത് ചെയ്തു? ഒരു ഫോഴ്സ് അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്തു അല്ലേ? ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഫോഴ്സ് അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് ആർക്കാണ് ബോൾ പാസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് ആ പാസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ആളുടെ അകലം അല്ലേ, ഡിസ്റ്റൻസ് ഒരു ഘടകമാണ്. വളരെ അടുത്ത് നിൽക്കുന്ന ആളാണെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ ചെറിയൊരു ഫോഴ്സ് അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്താണ്. ദൂരെ നിൽക്കുന്ന ആളാണെങ്കിലോ വലിയൊരു ഫോഴ്സ് അപ്ലൈ ഉണ്ട്. ഇവിടെ ഫോഴ്സ് ഒരു മസ്കുലർ സ്ട്രെങ്ത്താണ് അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. ഒപ്പം എന്തുണ്ട്? ഡയറക്ഷൻ ഉണ്ട് അല്ലേ? നമ്മൾ ഏത് പ്ലെയർക്കാണോ ബോൾ പാസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് ആ പ്ലെയറുടെ സ്ഥാനം ഒരു ഘടകമാണ്. അപ്പം നമ്മൾ അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുന്ന ഫോഴ്സ് എന്ന മെഷർമെൻറ്റിൽ മാഗ്നിറ്റ്യൂഡ് ഉണ്ട്, എന്തുണ്ട്? ഡയറക്ഷനും ഉണ്ട്. സോ എ ക്വാണ്ടിറ്റി ഹാസ് magnitude as well as direction is called what? A vector quantity. A quantity has magnitude as well as direction is called what? A vector quantity. So displacement is a vector quantity. Velocity, acceleration, force, etc. are what? Examples of vector quantities. Okay. In this chapter we will study some basic concepts about what? Vectors, and what? Various operations on vectors and their algebraic and what? Geometric properties. So let us move to class. It's me, Mohan. Now see on the board, let L be what? A line. Let what? L be a line on a plane or what? A 3-dimensional space. നമുക്ക് വേണമെങ്കിൽ we can give what? A direction. Okay, using an arrow we can what? Give a direction. Either this direction or what? We can give this way. There are two ways we can give our direction. So this is what? Now this is a directed line. Okay, L is what? A directed line. Here also what? A directed line. Here also we can give suppose direction. So this is also what? A directed line. Now in this picture I just mark here a point A. A is a point on the line L, and also what? B is also another point. So we consider AB. So what is AB? We know that AB is a line segment. AB is a line segment, and also what? Direction. So AB is a directed line segment. So this directed line segment has direction as well as what? Magnitude. So a directed line segment is considered as a vector. Okay, a line is not actually a vector. Okay, a directed line has only direction but not what? Magnitude. But here it is a directed line segment has direction as well as what? Magnitude. So a directed line segment is what? A vector. So we can write this as vector AB. We can write what? Vector AB. Or also we can use what? Small letter and write what? Vector A. So this also what? We can represent vector what? A. Vector AB or what? Vector A. Here A is called the initial point. A is what? The initial point, and B is what? The terminal point. So initial point and what? Terminal point. The distance between initial point and terminal point, this distance is called now the magnitude of the vector. Okay, so how you write magnitude? We use, so this is a way to write what? Magnitude of vector A. Okay, or we can write now magnitude of vector A. So the distance between the initial point A and the terminal point B is called what? The magnitude of that vector. Okay, remember that a directed line segment is a vector. Here in the picture, AB is what? A vector. Or we can use what? Small letter A, vector A, and what? Its distance between the initial point and terminal point is called what? Its magnitude. So our next heading, position vector. We consider a point P in a three-dimensional space. See on the board. Here, this is what? Positive x-axis. This is what? The positive y-axis, and what? Positive z-axis. And O is the origin, you know. And let P what? X, Y, Z. X, Y, Z is the coordinate of the point P. Is what? A point in space. Now we just join O and what? P. Join O and P. So this OP is what? Now a vector. OP is what? A vector. Because initial point is O. P is the terminal point. It has magnitude. Also what? Direction. So what? OP is what? A vector. So the vector OP is called the position vector of the point P. Okay. Vector OP is called the position vector of the point P. We can use small r for representing like small r. So what is the magnitude? The magnitude of the vector OP. Magnitude of the vector OP means the distance between the origin and the point P. So what is the coordinate of O? We know it is 0, 0, 0. And the point is here what? X, Y, Z. So we learned last year the distance between the origin and the point X, Y, Z is what? Square root of X square plus Y square plus what? Z square. So the magnitude of the vector OP is what? Square root of X square plus Y square plus Z square. Okay. So this is the position vector of the point. See in the picture, there are 3 points. One point is what? A, and one point is B, and one point is what? C. So we join these points to the origin. So with respect to origin, the position vectors of the points A, we can denote what? Small a, vector A. And the position vector of the point B, we can use what? Vector B. And what? The position vector of point C, we can denote what? Vector C. So vector A and what? Vector B and vector C represent what? The position vectors of the points A, B and C with respect to what? The origin. Okay. Now next heading, direction cosines. Direction cosines. See, let P, X, Y, Z be any point in space. Let what? P, X, Y, Z be any point in space with what? Position vector is vector R. Vector R is the position vector of the point P. From the origin, we join toward the point P. So R is the position vector. So the position vector of the point P make an angle alpha. Suppose make what? An angle alpha with what? Positive direction of x-axis. An angle beta with what? Positive direction of y-axis. And what? An angle gamma with what? Positive direction of z-axis. So alpha, beta, gamma are the angles made by what? The position vector of the point P with the positive direction of x, y and z axis respectively. So these angles alpha, beta, gamma are called direction angles. Called what? Direction angles. See, let P, X, Y, Z be any point in space and what? Let R be the position vector of the point P. So the position vector of the point P, that is R, vector R, make angles alpha with x-axis, beta with what? Y-axis and gamma with what? Z-axis. Alpha, beta, gamma are the angles made by what? The position vector of the point P with the positive direction of x, y, z axis respectively. So that angles are called what? Direction angles. And cosine of these angles, that is what? Cos alpha and what? cos beta and what? Cos what? Gamma are called direction cosines. So cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are called what? Direction cosines and denoted by what? No? L, M and what? N. So L is equal to cos alpha, M is equal to what? Cos beta, N is equal to what? Cos gamma are called what? Direction cosines of what? The vector R. Okay. Now, see, P is what? A point X, Y, Z. And what? Alpha, beta, gamma are what? The direction cosines. Okay. Now, from the point P, we draw a perpendicular to what? A. From the point P, draw a perpendicular to what? A. So, we will get what? A right triangle. AOP is what? A right triangle. From the figure, it is not clear. So, we just draw here. It is what? A right triangle. AOP is what? A right triangle in which angle A is equal to what? 90 degree. Angle A is equal to 90 degree. So, there is distance OA. See, since the x coordinate is what here? X, no? So, this distance is what? X. So, this is what? X. And from O to P, this word vector R, its magnitude is what? We can write R. The magnitude of the vector R we can write R. So, what is here cos alpha? Cos alpha is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. So, in this triangle OAP, in triangle OAP, what is cos alpha? L is equal to, we know cos alpha. L is what? Use L for representing what? Cos alpha is equal to what? X by R. It is what? X by R. So, L is equal to cos alpha is equal to what? X by R. So, we can write X is equal to, X is equal to, we cross multiply what? LR. X is equal to LR. So, similar manner, we can write Y is equal to MR. Because cos beta is equal to what? Y by R. Okay. M is equal to cos beta is equal to what? Y by R. So, Y we can write what? MR. And N is equal to what? Cos gamma is equal to what? Z by R. So, we can write what? Z is equal to what? NR. Okay. So, X is equal to L into R. Y is equal to M into R. And Z is equal to what? N into R. So, the coordinate of the point P, the coordinate of the point P is what? X, Y, Z. We can write what? No? LR, MR, NR. The coordinate of the point P we can write LR, MR and what? NR. എന്താണ് സ്പെഷ്യാലിറ്റി നോക്കൂ. Here L into R, M into R, N into R. These numbers are proportional to what? Direction cosines. L, M, N are the direction cosines. Here LR, MR and NR, which are what? Proportional to direction cosines, is called what? Direction ratios of the vector R. Okay. So, the point P we can represent what? LR, MR, NR. These numbers are proportional to the direction cosines and is called what? Direction ratios of what? The position vector of the point P, that is vector R. We also use small a, small b and small c for representing what? Direction ratios. So, remember that L, M, N are the direction cosines and what? A, B, C represent what? Direction ratios. Direction ratios are always proportional to what? Direction cosines. Okay. So, I already explained what is L. L is equal to what? X by R. See, in this triangle, you can write cos alpha is equal to what? X by R. So, L is equal to what? X by R. Similarly, what? M is equal to what? Y by R. N is equal to what? Z by R. So, what is L square plus M square plus N square? L square plus M square plus N square is equal to X by R whole square plus Y by R whole square plus what? Z by R whole square. So, that's equal to, see, same denominator R. So, R square is what? A common denominator. Then what is here? X square plus what? Y square plus what? Z square. X square plus Y square plus Z square. So, here P is what? Here P is a point X, Y, Z. So, the magnitude of vector OP is what? The magnitude of vector OP is square root of X square plus Y square plus Z square. Magnitude of vector r is equal to square root of what? X square plus y square plus z square. So what is x square plus y square plus z square represent? It is equal to the magnitude of vector r is, we can write r. The magnitude of vector r we can write r. So here it is what? R square. Okay, r square by what? R square, it is equal to what? So L square plus m square plus n square is equal to what? 1. So remember that L square plus m square plus n square is always equal to 1. L, m and r, the direction cosines of any vector. Okay, L, m, n are the direction cosines of any point P. Then L square plus m square plus n square is always 1. But remember that a square plus b square plus c square is not always 1. Here a, b, c are what? Direction ratios which are proportional to direction cosines. Therefore, a square plus b square plus c square is not equal to 1 in general. Okay, L square plus m square plus n square is always 1. But what? A square plus b square plus c square is not equal to 1 in general. Okay. So, we can stop today's class. We'll continue next class. So, thank you very much for watching my class.